When mama special mention sana ya twaswana. It's a new segment. Special mention.
Wait.
Ah, Trevano.
Oh, you better want some.
Okay.
You touch on it. Champions League in the say on it here. Me read one message bina. One Chelsea fan I say, or can't Chelsea supporters in say, omunko makuma ntuomiyem. Na Paris Saint-Germain the last season, omo Champions League no. Oman started group stages in and how you start, where how you finish.
That's it.
But there's a big problem with Chelsea and this season Champions League, you know. And Rich, you know, sometimes there are some Chelsea supporters who come as someone they don't take it well. But at least who state the facts they are, what they do with the facts probably omit me at the IABB. Rich, se union to Boasie now share Chelsea ni Bayern game ni bi you realize one thing. Chelsea team no lack a lot of experience in Europe. Look, men can't wait to throw Chelsea, but Rich, Conference League and Champions League difference in the song. There are some mistakes that over our Conference League you will not get punished, but over Champions League at the Allianz Arena against Bayern with players being say Hurricane and Rich, you make one mistake, you are punished. And goals change games. And see, what me anybody are saying na loss of concentration, inexperience, indiscretion, one error, boom, na go aba, na starting changing game no at the amount. And I saw a lot of Chelsea players any team now and making errors via a soldier say no, this team probably may need 1 or 2 seasons to build on more capacity at the Champions League level, especially if they are playing the big boys in Europe. Now, Rich, Ubeji say Oko Chelsea website one. Out of 23 players at Chelsea are registered for the Champions League. You know. Players in a combined Champions League appearance of 117 players. And it's also Chelsea list of players who are registered for this year Champions League na year bona, which not also players one by one. The number of times Omaba Champions League will be there, which you will only get 117 appearance. Now, say that we will be Chelsea. Who compared to Bayern? Bayern were 860. Into Ofa Kimmich, Ofa Pavlovic, Upamecano, Hurricane, and Omomakana. Who come with Champions League appearances, both individual players now. Who come on Bayern squad now? Almost 860. And they will add this season to 8. But also Chelsea, who come in reach almost only 117 appearances. No, Rich, out of 117 appearances that Chelsea players in the world, OBJ said, there was so far with James. Only the second, Jimmy Gittins.
Because of Dortmund.
Jimmy Gittins. Chelsea will match in about Tuesday and I said Wednesday. On the game in 90 minutes, you know. Not 14 players. And a Chelsea AUC in the game. Which Ubejedi say out of 14 players in a Chelsea AUC, you know, they will have Embo Champions League. Not even a single appearance at the Champions League. So you can imagine.
Made mistakes.
Yes. And see, LB again, Manus, I'm trying to be careful with my words, you know. LBRH, FIFA Club World Cup na Chelsea kwaje, you know. And the Chelsea supporters, you know, hopes say they are a very, very good team and they can play at the highest level. But Rich, say, the son of my Bobosi, to say Nini Pa. I think Chelsea, France, no. The FIFA Club World Cup, no, the two or more and they won it on merit, but they need a certain level of patience and time.
Lower expectations.
Yes, for me way to build a more experience and exposure at the Champions League level.
Especially Chelsea, it
is all because of inexperience. Now, which when the man I'm editing me videos on TV, you can first go na Chelsea consider. Look, I am not saying say only say hey now 1v1 right hand side or for a lot of teams so almost more against Bayern. But rich your friend say a and a trouble Chaloba a share no. But the way the game was tight at that time. So time Bayern any free kick now. Rich the pass to Olise. Any Olise 1v1 cross into the box. You could clearly see say Chelsea lost concentration. Or probably they thought Kimmich ever cross next him. Omuya is so possible number Olise. Omuya is so Olise the ball like Kobala or cross it. Ball number Trevor Chaloba at home. Now you look at Harry Kane 2 goals for say, which and tell me say any Chelsea na a give to Bayern 4 goals, you know. And my major problem, which my major problem, and they say over Bayern, which omitting why not you like also man attention bar.
Okay.
So you shouldn't leave Harry Kane any space. No, which 2 goals now Harry Kane saying you watch the build up, and again, men find Chelsea players because there were 40 passes. Na a chance na air corner. Omu answer ball omu ankasa. I create a situation. For instance, her friend go now the saying, look, who showed the hiking a fever fabona, which he was as he said, Obianco Beno. Free. Let me take you back. Look at Harry Kane. Show me what you know. Strike up Harry Kane. Oh, boss, and there's no marking on you like that. It's in the moment I'm on the third one. Look, once Casedo have to go back and commit the penalty.
Maybe to say Kukurea. I don't know, say no bread here. There be already the space between Onet or Lisa. What? Diabo my branch and Diabo contra no Bobon.
Who say? Last time, in Sobakaya, maybe Kansas move here. Chelsea transitions, they are still learning it. Make up transitions now, which Chelsea call anymore. There are a lot of movement with the players now. But who do elite level with CCA? Yes, sir. Your training regimes and your tactical regimes, which your Chelsea will say the morning anymore. You need to move from left backward to either inverted and I say overcut to the byline and say the over as a winger. No one pushing area, gates and I say let to move inside. Which, if that is your orientation, play your coach. In a game at this elite level, Rich, see the only say to us, you will be confused.
And I'm injured.
And I'm in and I'm only saying, or you trick me man a gap. Because Rich, so also friends go now. It was close to him, but just one flick of a pass from Olise, he created a penalty. And he said, "Oh, you was having India. Oh, you guys said, "My mama went to the gap kakra." Or GBS no tenure, no fisua problem. Now we should go here, which you look at the build up to the second goal crowd in West. What was wrong with Malo Gusto? What was wrong with him? It is a learning process, and it's a chance for no. If they will listen and inquire, they will have to learn the hard way. Team, strong team, very very talented team, but at this elite level, the rich. So what the numbers in any idea? Will check a kind. Probably it will take time. Say team abroad. Match they won in the Champions League, 22 wins in a row for team and friend Bayern Rich. And Obakaya, the preview no we were talking about say Chelsea our squad here but Bayern history no at this level especially in the group stages no very strong and so for me that is what caused Tina your friend Chelsea or lose no they have a very inexperienced team when it comes to Champions League contest. Liverpool had a late win against Atletico Madrid. Paris Saint-Germain started with defense, very well. Inter, share Ajax 2-0. Our Wednesday games, Now, Rich, Enra, I will start the Newcastle Barcelona analysis, from Asama and Tony Gordon Ekaye, and just ask if he was waiting, Rich, Champions League, a eye-opener tournament. A better level. It is because Rich, we are EPL. We share Liverpool, we share Chelsea, we share Manchester City, Manchester United. But Rich, the Champions League will allow you to meet other countries' football. And when you meet it like that, Rich, then you know, say, hey, Bono Yebo are different from Bono Bibo on the bed, Listen to Anthony Gordon. The way they keep the ball is a learning experience. They are the best I have played against in that sense of the game. And we've played against top teams like City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Arsenal.
And the Newcastle no news is saying Barca ball.
Rich, sometimes you have knowledge of something, but to experience it is different.
Okay.
Only pass and go for it, only bobo. But Rich, so only the park, so now in the for instance, you go for baby, or share passports, YouTube, Facebook, TV, so baby. But Rich, when they come here, not artist studio, not your program now. It's a new experience to the person. That is what Anthony Gordon is saying. Or say, England one how many City abo, how many Liverpool bo, how many Chelsea bo, how many Arsenal bo. But you clearly say, the way a bus of one, actually kuta mo ni bono. Aya nebia, Ojira Park Nisunya na Oceania. And if you so bad, you see as a player, that is the best team on my ball. Rich, look, you are talking about Pedri and Frankie de Jong. Rich, those guys.
Running Bob.
I'm not worried about too much. Sure. Me, I am not blaming Tina, your friend Newcastle for the way they set up. Obeka Sane Tina, Uni Isak, Rokotovo Tamada. Now bench, especially when no one should go. In the last game, which was the first win among you in the season, why do you bench him? Rich, it was against Barca. Barca started the game with Araujo and Kubasi. So, Oman the center half or your block here. The only thing they will do is to give that one to Araujo. And I don't know. If a honorable here, it is easy to be with him. And here the house is I will play with the front three of Harvey Barnes, Elanga, and Anthony Gordon. Barca will not get a typical center forward or make so or Nunye, Yanebo. Barca team no every team they love to attack you. It is not bomb with players or making Yaman counter attack any pace. Correct decision. Number 2, you place Barcelona team no. It is over here. Rich and FIFA, nobody at time. Tonali, Gamares, any Jolinton. Anytime a Barcelona ever started on transition, Rich, they were 1v1 on Fermin Lopez, Frankie de Jong, and Pedri. 1v1. But Rich, sorry, after 15 minutes, I don't know, Percy and Giddy with Dideno. The moment you realize, okay, now let's calm down. Now, you say, even in tight spaces, you just play the ball to Frankie. He will know how to take care of it. Pedri Musa say, "Omo control ball even under pressure, no." And how the Musa game no move. And omo 2 omo 7 omo kase chale. You are pressing for no high intensity football. But these guys, omo ball inside omo ice, omo blood. Only the anyone look at number of fair pass. What is the one Janet Chipa with the one or some for more than money and I get into the Jabichi. For money. Nah, Rich, Pedri will go too much. Look, I respect Frankie the young man. Barcelona midfield and the favorite is Frankie. But Rich, Pedri, no.
Too intelligent.
Too much. He's so silky and damn.
You can any kind of see ball.
Easy.
Ball no see no.
And which he does it with a lot of elegance, And as a ball on them, as on chain the echo, he does what he likes with the ball at a running pace or down class or down. And you also get things, but you just can't take the ball off him.
Marcus Rashford so call Barca for front. We get trainer. So to be shepherd in this.
Only body but
once we more point to catch as a massa.
Only too much. Only body too much.
Born yes.
Too much.
And so true about chong. About pass.
Also Daniel. Who say which ultimate ball not get more one side. With this one move on the 9 right or one now with one movement and 10. Nothing game no obi all right no. You are moving game in the collect. Pedri gives you a lot when you are playing as a team. No, then I come in and see Marcus Rashford so no. Only say which I knew football saying was going to give us a Marcus Rashford story simply because Yako England. Football. Sanity. Sankenan came by a area can go for because of the cosmission come. And I would have said, once we are going to England as a citizen, with Lamiyama, our own good game, which means Rashford will start. Which obey more playing time about game because all started. And Sebastian Obey be do England assassin as well. He will do it. But I wasn't expecting him to do it the way he did it. 2 wonderful goals. Look, and before second goal in one. But even at Manchester United, how many times did you see Rashford in the box intelligently positioned to head the ball like he did for the Barca first goal? And the way I'm not saying which that first goal was a more important in watching the second one now. Because I don't know Newcastle for no. And it gave Barcelona a certain level of cushion. So after the first goal, and before they will come on bar, you bet me show more second goal. And the second goal was just blockbuster from Abantia, your friend Marcus Rashford and Anthony Gordon. And they've made their conversion. And Omar Gitu said, look, at this level for Newcastle, over Champions League here, till this Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern, Kesiano, you share more, we will use it as a learning curve. Now, your team improving. You also first win, very, very important for Tima, your friend Barcelona.
Namina, Ebenezer says, exaggeration,
on why Pedri, the answer
on Pedri.
Oh, that's all on Shabo. So Shabo.
Of course. Pedri Bob on out to Mimi to a minute Chelsea, but so Kupama de Bois. Who said, we player on Bob?
Yes.
Exaggeration.
Okay, Kiko say, they are game changers. The moment the ball is
out, a branch away, born on Bob.
Yes. When you say, Mimi to me, Pedri, she can say you could tell Las Palmas. Pedro, on your Lamasia boy. People don't know on your Lamasia boy. And Otia, I think it was last week or last 2 weeks. Rich, also called trials for Real Madrid. I'm going to say, they told him, saying he's not good enough.
I think you're there in common. I will go for Bay.
And I will compare with
you. Say, Ayala, the exaggeration is too much. Let's wait. Cancelo and that Pedri. Or Cantopa are going to me.
Where are you telling? I'm saying, I'm going to come and see Vanessa.
Just for you, two from Muntio.
Vanessa, and rich.
Champions League and your FIFA Club World Cup. You. Sanam Cottage, man, not Trewan. I feel them who they are Mokabi. You.
Rich, here to us a crime. Okay, and Kumubia, you will be here after Pep Echo Lusu to Brighton and Hove Albion. Assembly or Kai after the game. We have changed a lot this season. Last season. We have a base that is still very good. And the new players are really good too. It's a question of clicking and finding our momentum to start winning games. And that is going to happen. I brought this coach after Man City losing to Brighton and Hove Albion. And the Mekacho said, Pep say, Nitino, they are good. Players from the Obaban, they are good. They are kind of say, on back clicking, we may hit momentum. Rich, since our class, you know, we about 2 games. Or Manchester United 3-0, and Ra was Napoli 2. The question is, has the Man City team started to click? And almost as almost picking momentum and which the last time at City, and one of the best seasons of Munya under Pep. Do you know who was their best player? Phil Foden. He was voted the best player in the Premier League. Last time at City, yes. Now, all of a sudden, Phil Foden has started picking from him. And which the moment your key players are leading to success pay. As that is almost finding some form now under you. Look at player this Wadri. Wadri made himself taking the time. The which was starting warming himself up. Young cat Danny Renders as any day. And all of a sudden, and see, a massive team no, as I start to say, and I don't know whether it is what Pep and I am manifesting on what they are. Which Donnarumma about 2 games, 2 clean sheets. And yes, a short to go on so. And then yes, games in Kitwao. I was in the Manchester derby, then in the Champions League against Napoli. 2 clean sheets. And I'm sure I say, when I was saying the best goalkeeper was available on the market because of the efforts of France, people said, hey, no. Oba City team were hitting the grounds running. And there were teams that visibly no more goalkeeping problems. Omatina Hama Man City ama Edison Ko Turkey and Uncle Fado Naruma and Nabeda Promo. It's a quality that's why I'm a machine. For the ball 2 passes, man. Which he had a lot of options. But me and so in charge of one as I'm trying to keep on say, wow, way. It was your go show. The guy, he knows how to score goals. In the Champions League, was 15 at Dortmund, was 8 at Salzburg, was 27 at Manchester City. Now this is born in America. What did you born a man for the new? A boy, look, you say be over chest grab ball. And any BT keeper, which the keeper didn't expect Haaland meeting about one so sad. I said, I don't know or meeting one gone keke. And I'm on a sign goalkeeper and one born echo say, look, this guy is a monster. And to have scored early 50 with 49 matches in the Champions League there, Rich, and the guy is a destroyer. And look, Omamaka says that Abia probably is a great, which the fastest appearance to reach 50 goals. Look at the place I echo Masemo. Ruud van Nistelrooy, Lionel Messi, Lewandowski, Mbappe, Benzema, Cristiano Ronaldo, Raul Gonzalez, Thierry Henry.
Yes, Champions League na Ronaldo.
Yes, he is Mr. Champions League. The great Thierry Henry, the greatest Lionel Messi, and look, this guy is a different monster. And Jeremy Doku, and so edit Nidia Ekran. Which, what is the guy that's going to say first goal? We to win a funk for us over 5-1. Sporting there, they were expected to win. Now, I enjoy Copenhagen. And Leverkusen game in Rich. Me, Leverkusen, Copenhagen has a first goal. And I remember Abu Fiki Ashe 1-1. And I'm sure. And my main question club good in Monaco, which me come ya born na 1-1 na 2-2 was a very very nice game na the blue before the year Monaco for no they say why should be correspondence I get the blue before no they create chances one team are very very good these are the lines Rich you starting to show we see early days yet you know Champions League you say format now to sound your book group stages na one qualifier and could playoff and one extra games and your identity or chances you know start to kick in the moment you get in a starting competition you know want to reach Benedict Frimpong say players